The earliest records of whiskey distillation date back to the late 1400s. It is believed that monks brought the distillation techniques they learned from the Mediterranean, where it was used primarily for perfumes, to Ireland and Scotland. Since grapes were scarce in these regions, people began using fermented grains, such as barley, to produce a distilled spirit. The original Gaelic term, uisge beata, meaning water of life, was used to refer to this new beverage. Over time, this phrase was anglicized to whiskey. Whiskey production in Ireland and Scotland was initially small-scale, largely done in monasteries. However, with the dissolution of monasteries in the 16th century, distilling moved to private farms and homes. These early forms of whiskey were quite raw and unrefined compared to modern versions, often not aged and much harsher. The 18th century saw significant growth in whiskey production, especially in Scotland, where distilling was a way to utilize excess grains. However, heavy taxation by the British government led to a rise in illegal distilleries. Many small producers began operating secretly, creating a moonshine culture. In 1823, the Excise Act was passed, making legal distilling easier and cheaper, which led to a boom in the production of Scotch whiskey. As whiskey making developed, distinct styles emerged between regions. In Scotland, the use of peat to dry the barley during the malting process gave Scotch whiskey its characteristic smoky flavor. In Ireland, producers typically used unmalted barley and triple distilled their whiskey, leading to a smoother and lighter product. Irish and Scottish immigrants brought whiskey to North America in the 18th century, where it quickly became popular. Early American settlers used whatever grains were available, such as rye and corn, leading to the development of distinct American whiskeys, including bourbon and rye whiskey. In the 19th century, whiskey became a global product, with distilleries established across Europe and North America. During this period, the use of aging in wooden casks became a standard practice, refining the taste and leading to the smoother, more complex flavors we associate with whiskey today. The Industrial Revolution brought significant advancements to whiskey production, with improvements in distillation technology and quality control. This allowed distillers to produce whiskey more consistently and at a larger scale. The 20th century was a tumultuous time for whiskey. In the United States, Prohibition from 1920 to 1933 halted legal production, and many distilleries shut down. Some survived by producing medicinal whiskey, which was legally allowed during Prohibition. In Scotland and Ireland, both world wars impacted production, leading to shortages and reduced quality. In the latter half of the century, the whiskey industry faced competition from other spirits, such as vodka and gin. However, the late 20th and early 21st centuries saw a resurgence in interest, particularly for premium and craft whiskeys. This revival was driven by a growing appreciation for traditional distilling methods, artisanal products, and the unique regional flavors that whiskey offers. Today, whiskey is produced and enjoyed worldwide, from Scotland and Ireland to the United States, Japan, and beyond. Each region has its own regulations and styles, ranging from single malts and blends to bourbons and rye whiskeys. Craft distilleries have also emerged, experimenting with new ingredients, aging processes, and flavors, continuing to evolve the legacy of whiskey.